Good day everyone, and for today we are going to tackle about the matter as energy content and energy as primary matter. For our thesis, prime matter is a still passive potency of substance, lacking in any species form or privation and deceptive to any subsequent privation or forms. To support informative point one, it is the totally undifferentiated or indeterminate fundamental substance of the physical universe, open to all alteration, information, and privations. In other words, prime matter is the consistently formless and featureless material substratum of all significant change. The significance of this point is that from living to non-living, from one species of particle to another, from one species of a living creature to another, from one chemical compound to another, or molecule or combination, liquid or crystal, anything and everything that is a substance, all change from one material substance to another. Informative point two, we need prime matter as a metaphysical postulate because actual, meaningful change cannot be explained without it. Meaning to say, there are some modifications that result in the creation of a new entity while also causing the object that is changing, the bearer, to cease to exist. The significance of this point is that we can know that the property of the subject that goes into a significant alteration and the property of the subject that emerges from it are numerically different. For informative point three, the informative point is that prime matter is receptive to both substantial forms and accidental privations. Substantial forms provide the essence and specific nature of an individual entity, while accidental privations refers to the absence or lack of certain attributes. That is to say, the prime matter is seen as a foundational substance that can undergo substantial changes or transformations by acquiring new essential characteristics or specific natures represented by substantial forms. The significance of this point lies in understanding the role of prime matter in metaphysical discussion about the nature of entities and the changes they undergo.
Lack of empirical evidence, the statement presents a philosophical or metaphysical perspective about the nature of the physical universe. In other words, the objection's point points out that the statement about the undifferentiated or indeterminate nature of the physical universe lacks empirical evidence or scientific backing. The prime matter is unnecessary as a metaphysical postulate because existing philosophical frameworks or scientific explanations already provide sufficient explanations for actual meaningful change. In other words, the objection states that prime matter is not necessary as a metaphysical postulate because other philosophical frameworks and scientific theories already offer satisfactory explanations for actual meaningful change. Prime matter is receptive to substantial form and accidental privations is that it is difficult to reconcile how a featureless and indeterminate substance can interact with and receive specific substantial forms or lack certain accidental attributes. The concept of prime matter, being featureless and indeterminate, faces difficulties in explaining how it can interact with and receive specific substantial forms or lack accidental attributes.
To answer the objections, first, the claim about the undifferentiated or determinate nature of physical universe falls with the realm of metaphysics, which deal with the fundamental principles and nature of reality. Um, One simple example of a metaphysical claim that is not subject to empirical verification is the concept of free will. Um, to answer the objection of the second point, to the concept of prime matter allows for a broader metaphysical exploration of underlying principles and dynamics of change, going beyond the explanation provided by scientific theories alone. So the concept of prime matter could be the transformation of a block of wood into a sculpture. According to the concept of prime matter, the wood acts as a prime matter, while the sculpture's skill and invention represents the substantial form. So the concept of prime matter offers a way to conceptualize the receptivity and potentiality of a substance to undergo changes, allowing for meaningful transformations and emergence of a specific forms. So to illustrate that, prime matter and its receptivity to substantial forms could be the process of a lamp of clay being shaped into pottery vase by potter. So in this example, the clay represents the prime matter and pitiless and determinate substance.
Thank you for your objection, Teddy, and for your answer, Orlando. And to conclude our gathered thoughts, we conclude that the definition of prime matter is pure passive potency of substance, lacking in any species, form, or privation, and receptive to any subsequent privations or forms. I think that could be all, and thank you.